separated. And I want you guys to know that I and my beliefs are deeply rooted in African tradition. Thank you so very much for joining us tonight. Let me tell y'all something. I know y'all be waiting on me, and I am going to give you the business tonight. And I am burning, y'all, I told y'all I'm burning my Yoruba Santa tonight. I got some oils up here. I've been doing work all day, ripping and running. Y'all know how I do it. Thank you so much for joining us, TikTok family. I want to say hello to my YouTube family. I want to say hello to my Facebook family. Thank you to each and every one of you guys. I am Apostle Ely. I'm a Sagittarius. All right, Mother Susan, Gemini in here on this fabulous day. Then we got Capricorn, Brother Mario in YouTube land. Guys, as we get ready to get started, as you guys join in, make sure you're posting your zodiac sign. If this is your first time in my lives, I ask that each and every one of you guys that are observing that they post their zodiac sign. I really appreciate that. And we're going to get ready to get into this. I want to say thank you to all of my church family and all of you, my Patreon family. I thank you each and every one. All right, Capricorn. I see some Capricorns here in TikTok land. As you guys join in, if this is your first time, I normally give some type of lesson or some insight. All right, Miss G, Gemini, Harriet, Capricorn. All right, now, I normally give some type of lesson because in your spiritual tradition, I try to give you insight and universal knowledge. And a lot of times you guys are out here practicing spirituality, and a lot of you guys are missing the basic fundamentals. I mean, some of you guys are actually out here going to crossroad. Some of you going to cemeteries. Some of you guys are doing spells. Some of you guys are doing spiritual working. And a lot of you guys lack the fundamental. Now, I teach universal laws. So me personally, it don't matter if you're in Christianity, whether you're in Islam, whether you're in any African TR, Lukumi, Santeria, Voodoo, it don't really matter. We all are up under the same umbrella of energy. So what I try to teach people is their energy and how to utilize their energy. And after you understand your energy, then many of you guys will venture off with your ancestors. You should not be practicing any form of spirituality outside of understanding your own energy. Everything starts with you. You are the Alpha and the Omega. Those that do not know, I personally believe that we are all created in God's image and after his likeness. Do I think we all have the same measure? No. Thank you so much for the roses. I think that we all have different measures. We have different destinies. We have different purposes for our soul to be here. And when you understand your destiny, thank you so much for the fire. Oh, that's Shadow Wolf. Thank you, baby. Thank you so much. That's my Aquarius. That's the beautiful Shadow of Wolves. Thank you so much, honey. She brought the fire. That's that Aquarius. Air sign, yes, fixed. But my purpose is giving out information no matter what you go through and no matter what you call a failure, guys. If you understand your foundation, you can always get back up again. As long as your foundation is sure and strong, you can always build again. A lot of you guys are out here trying to learn stuff outside of a foundation. It doesn't matter if you learn in EFA. It doesn't matter if you learn in... all right, my son here. All right, Taurus, Jackie, Taurus, and then Cancer, my son. It doesn't matter. Each religion gives you some basis of truth. No religion consists of all truth. But I would tell you this. No matter whether you went to school in North Carolina, whether you get to school in Florida, whether you went to school in Hawaii, there's always fundamental truth no matter what that foundation is, okay? And that's why this is important. In order to excel spiritually, you need to understand fundamental. Thank you so much. She's showing me some love. I appreciate the roses, baby. But a lot of you guys, even those that are more experienced as being around it, I do still notice that a lot of you guys, thank you for sharing my live, Brother Johnny. I see that many of you guys lack foundation. So that's why I keep it at, unless you are actually trying to be initiated into certain traditions, those are mysteries that only for those that are in that tradition. But what I do is teach you enough spiritual foundation that no matter what tradition, even if you don't want to go into a tradition, but you want to practice your spirituality alone, still have your foundation right. Okay? Thank you so much, guys, for joining us. If you do not mind, post your zodiac sign. Now let's get into it. Kimberly, all right, my Cancer here with us. Love and blessings. All right. Now, as you see, my subject matter is growing and glowing. And let me tell y'all something. I don't care what you practice. If you're trying to practice spirituality outside of yourself, you're doing it wrong. All right, Virgo. And then I got a Cancer. Thank you so much. Let me say this again. If you are practicing any form of tradition, I don't care where it is on the place of the earth. If you're trying to operate in that spirituality outside of self, you're doing it wrong. Okay? Religion, traditions are vehicles how you manifest. If you don't understand your energy, you don't understand your chi, then you are going to do and find yourself in some very hard places and hard to get out. Now, 2 Corinthians, the 3rd chapter, I'm going to be coming from the 18th verse. I said growing and glowing. Because I want you guys, if you're going to learn from me, learn how to grow in spite of people, persons, and things, okay? Learn how to glow in the midst of the situation. Now, the 3rd chapter, verse 18 says this. It says, but we all, with an open face, beholding as in a looking glass, the glory of God, and are changed in the same image from glory to glory, even as by the Spirit of God. And I want to talk tonight to you guys from the concept of going from faith to faith and glory to glory. When you are practicing spirituality, you have to have a basis of belief. A lot of you guys want to believe more in the practitioner than you believe in self. And I was telling a young lady today that I was communicating with, a lot of you guys get deceived, not because somebody is fooling you. It is because you're not getting your fundamentals down. 1 + 1 is 2, no matter wherever you go. And if you learn your basics, you will know when somebody is giving you truth, even if you don't know it as deep as they may know it. There's certain fundamental truth that you should know about any religion. Anything that you get involved in, you should do the basis, do yourself justice by at least learning enough about it before you venture off into it. A lot of us get into jobs. We don't know their motto. We don't know their motto. We don't know what their goals, their agendas, what the outlook of the job, what the kind of horizon are they looking to sell. When you are understanding that you're an Aquarius, when you're understanding that you're a Gemini, when you're understanding that you're a Cancer, when you understand that you're a Capricorn, when you understanding that you're a Sag, a Leo, Aquarius, when you understand these basic Pisces, then what you start learning is, I understand my element. I understand what I best operated. All right, Fiona Aquarius, thank you, baby, for joining us. If you're going to grow, you need to know what soil that you grow best in. A lot of us, depending on the type of energy or purpose we have, we grow better in certain climates. Just like certain trees and plants. Hey, that's gorgeous. How you doing, sweetheart? Thank you for joining us tonight. Do yourself some justice that at the very least, you should know what soil that you should be a part of and what you grow in best. A lot of you guys do not, I don't know who, I'm going to say it like that because a lot of times I say it. I don't know who taught you, but before you embrace somebody else's energy, you need to know what develops your energy. You need to know what causes your energy to be strong or weak. Just like you should know enough about your body, even though you may not be a doctor. Thank you for sharing my live. A lot of you guys cannot grow because you don't know enough about who you are. And because what good for me may not be good for you. All right, Sister Antoinette, Virgo in the house. A lot of you, hey, how you doing, my sweet? Thank you for joining us. As you grow, a lot of you guys in the live, please post your zodiac. If you really want to grow spiritually, and if you really want to develop, even when you advance spiritually, because I said going from faith to faith and glory to glory, everybody can, even when you develop your ashe, when you develop your altars, when you develop your enkisi, when you develop your relationship with your ancestors, you still need to be around people that cause you to grow. Everybody don't inspire people to grow. Everybody can't inspire a millionaire to become a billionaire. Everybody cannot inspire a good employee to become a business owner. Everybody can't inspire a good renter to become a homeowner. In order for you to grow, thank you so much. In order for you to grow, you got to understand the element that you grow best in. You need to know what element, whether you grow better around earth signs, fire signs, water signs, or earth signs. You need to know what stifles your growth. Remember, you cannot grow strawberries in the winter. It doesn't mean there's anything wrong with the seed, but that is not a good season to grow strawberries. A lot of you guys need to sit down and say, you know what, before I go out and try to do this and that, and this tradition and that tradition, I need to understand my energy. The reason why I practice in the traditions that I practice in, because I understand my fire element. I understand my moon element, which is fire. And I also understand my rising sign, which is Pisces. I understand why I'm so psychic. I understand why I'm able to read. I understand what type of people that ignite my fire. I also know the type of people that limit my fire. Y'all understand that? When you're trying to grow, you should make it somebody else's responsibility. Y'all listen at me real good, YouTube, Facebook. A lot of you guys are blaming the churches, the religions you're in, instead of taking responsibility and saying, I know I grow best around said person or type of people. I know that I grow financially better around this type of person. I know that I grow emotionally or mentally around said person. Even if you're in Ifa, even if you're in Voodoo, even if you're Santeria, certain people can stifle your growth because of their energy. It don't mean they don't know they practice. It's that the type of mentality they have is not good for a person like you. And you need to know that. You need to know that. You know what? I really need a fire sign because I procrastinate. I need somebody to get in my behind. See, you should know enough about who you are, what's good for you. Energy assessment. Thank you there, gorgeous. That's my Scorpio. When you understand who good for you, you can always grow in every season. You can grow in every season of your life if you understand you. You can grow and then begin to glow. The only way that you glow is when you brighten your light. Now I'm going to give you another scripture. John 15. St. John, the 15th chapter. I've been trying to get some rest, y'all. Let me tell y'all something. I want us as a people. I ain't a Kimberly. There go another one of my Geminis. I want us to start taking responsibility for our spiritual growth. I want us to start admitting, sir, ma'am, I don't invest in my spiritual growth. I don't take responsibility for the people that I choose to hang around. I also, sir, do not take responsibility for the type of people that I listen to. Because even the information you get can keep you from growing. One thing that we have learned in the church is always put the responsibility on God or Alofi or the mighty and zombie, whatever you want to call Almighty. That is, let me tell y'all this. Anytime a being makes you in his or her likeness and image, there's no greater honor. There's no greater honor to be marked by the Loa or an Orisha. If they give you their essence, what else do you need? Are y'all understanding? When you are made in the image of the Creator, what else do you need to tap into? You have the keys to the kingdom of heaven. The kingdom is on the inside of you. What many of you guys don't do, you don't study to know what kind of keys you got. You do not take out the time to understand what's your key, because your key different from mine. It may be your intuition. It may be your intellect. It may be your compassion. It may be your passion. It may be your analytical skill. It may be a plethora of things. But you should know that. You should know enough about you that you know how to grow in the midst of these situations. Some of you guys have the ability, just like the roads of Jericho. You have the ability to grow in dry places. Everybody can't do that. Everybody can't grow in dry places. Everybody ain't meant for dry places or dry situations. Some people have to grow around water, like Psalm 1. You got to be planted like a tree by the rivers of living water. You cannot grow in dry places. You can't grow in dry sense of humor. Constant self-reflection and researches help our growth process. Now, we got St. John, the 15th chapter. And I'm being monitored tonight so I can get on here on time and then get off. Okay? So, they trying to get me on a schedule. All right. St. John 15, verse 2 says this. Every branch in me. Listen to this. Every branch. Thank you guys for joining us. If you are not following me on TikTok, on YouTube, please join my YouTube account, okay? And if you have not sent that dollar, I told you the dollar is for all you that participate. Spectators do not contribute, but participators do. All right. 15 verse 2 says, every branch in me that beareth not fruit, he taketh away. And every branch that beareth fruit, he purges it, that it may bring forth more fruit. Now, why is Apostle Eda talking about this? I want to talk about this because I want y'all to know it's time to grow. A lot of you guys talking about melon. You talking about the 666. You got all this information, but you ain't growing. You got a plethora. You learning about astrology. You learn about where you come from. You learn about your ancestors. You learn about your tradition. But at the end of the day, you're not growing because you don't understand. The basis of growth is understanding who you are and where you thrive at, and then the type of people and the places that make you grow. The reason why I want to talk about pruning tonight is because a lot of you guys love to hold on to dead issues. You love to hold on dead stuff that serve you not. Anything that is dead. Anything. Now I'm going to talk about pruning is trim or cutting away dead or overgrown branches. What are you holding on to? This is the type of stuff. And let me tell y'all something. I don't understand how everybody's so spiritual, but you don't like teaching. I don't understand how you're going to grow without instruction. I don't understand why you frustrated where you at spiritually when you the type of person wants something quick. You want to plant a seed today and tomorrow you want to pick up your fruit. Anybody that practice spirituality know it don't work like that. Anybody that has grown powerful in the spirit world and with their ancestors or their gods and goddesses understand it is a process, and the things that happen in your life challenge you to grow. But what you cannot do in growth is hold on to dead things. You cannot hold on to things that do not serve you. A lot of you guys love to have, hello, thank you so much. A lot of you guys love to hang on to dead things that do not serve you. What do you mean by that? Beliefs that do not serve you. Some of you still trying to be spiritual and religious at the same time. I'm going to say that again. You are trying to be religious. You're in your church. You, especially if you're Christian, you're Muslim, don't matter. At the end of the day, your God does not sit inside your religion or your tradition. Those are vehicles where you experience your divinity in God. That's how this works. It goes from the inside and then it goes to the outside. You reflect from the inside to without, not from without to within. If you are trying to grow and you're trying to look like what's on the outside instead of being who you really are, you're not really going to grow. And that's going to stifle your growth. If you don't like pruning, thank you. All right, Dallas, Georgia, thank you for joining us. If you are truly trying to grow, then you will attack and cut off dead things. Now, let me tell y'all something, because I know all of us done this. Don't matter your race, creed, color, your sexual orientation. We done all ask to grow financially. We done ask to grow mentally, spiritually. We done ask for growth, right? When you're asking for growth, what you're basically asking the ancestors and what you're asking the spirits and the gods and goddesses, you're asking them to prune you. In other words, cut away things from me that prohibit my growth, which are dead things. Things, the pains, things you done happen in your past, you still holding on to. They serve you not. If they're not there as a marker, as a learning experience, you should not be reliving your dead issues. You should not be reliving your dead relationships. You should not be reliving dead things. Now, the reason why I say that is because when your trials come, they come to what? Cut away those dead things. Most of you guys, what you start doing, you start fighting the process. You start fighting the process. Because you like arguing with your sister about the same thing over and over. You like arguing with your mom about the same thing over and over. You like arguing with your husband about the same thing over and over. You like the drama. You don't want the process. You don't want to get rid of something that doesn't serve you. Faith without works is dead. What part of your belief system right now that you used to believe in that don't serve you? You asking the spirit for strength to climb the rough side of the mountain don't serve you no more when you're trying to learn how to speak to the mountain that it obey, it be uprooted and be cast into the sea. There's different levels to each of these traditions. There's depths to this stuff. And a lot of you guys do not like the pruning process. You want to hold on. Apostle, tell us about. Apostle, tell us. Oh, thank you so much. I'm glad you asked that question. Because the mark of a true apostle is that you saw the Lord, right? So let me explain it to you like this. I would not be out here working signs, wonders, and miracles if I had not saw the Lord, okay? Now, one thing I don't get on here on YouTube, and I want to explain this to you guys, and I want you to really understand me very good. I don't get on here trying to persuade people of anything. What I do get on here is to give you a immediate witness of who I am and what I have experienced. Now, those that do not know me, you may not know that I have raised the dead. You may not know that I've healed the sick. You may not know that I've called the blind to see. You may not know all these things. So maybe you think I'm just trying to get on YouTube and spout out information and trying to draw attention. Well, I actually live this, okay? And I thought that by getting on here and helping a lot of you guys that pretend to be spiritual and pretend to care about Christ Jesus. And I hope that you understand that his real name is Joshua and he's African. Okay. So before we talk about what my relationship is with God, understand my resume speaks for itself. What I'm here trying to do is get many of you guys that do desire to grow, to get the understanding of the process of what growth is. And when you go through your pruning stage, when you're trying to grow and get to the next level in your spiritual practice, that you realize that pruning is a part of the process, that you won't think that you're being under psychic attack. You won't think that the enemy is coming against you and trying to destroy you. You will understand that in order for me to grow, I have to prune. And this is what causes people to grow. And then your mind grows, then your awareness grows, then your horizon grows. And then Luke 9:60. And it's perfect segue. Hey there, Brother Mario. Luke 9 is verse 60. And this is perfect with what that person had to ask. 9:60. And then we're going to get into it. These are the cards that I read with, guys. 72 names of God. Okay? Now, 9:60. It says this. Jesus said unto him, which is Joshua, let the dead bury their dead, but go thou and preach the kingdom of God. Now, why Apostle Ela want to talk about that? Instead of you guys, as you growing and developing spiritually, people that want to remain in a certain mental state, they're dead. They're not awakened. They're not illuminated. They're not enlightened. You have no business trying to convince somebody that refuses to grow. That's like trying to pull a donkey. You're not getting anywhere. Some of you guys have literally stopped growing because you have trying to pull somebody else along with your journey. Your spiritual journey is about you. No one else. Whether they like what you're doing, whether they don't like what you're doing, whether they agree with what you're doing, whether they totally disagree with what you're doing, whether they invest in you or whether they won't support you at all. Too many of you guys are getting into your spiritual journey and wanting other people to acknowledge your growth or to be a support of your growth. It is a personal journey. It is a personal cross to bear. It is a personal relationship with whatever your ancestors may be, whatever your Orishas may be, whatever your Nkisi may be, whatever your archangels may be, whatever facet of spirituality that you want to experience. It is not about other people. I personally do not know where that many of you guys get that. And that's why a lot of you guys get disappointed. You get hurt. You feel like you done been forsaken because you have an expectation of growth and glowing that is not true. Let me tell you something. If you really want to grow and be powerful, you will understand that some of my greatest spaces in my life of growing spiritually came from dark days. Y'all hear me? Even when a plant is growing, it is growing more so in the nighttime than the daytime. Yes, it's getting the light from the sun, but it really grows through the night, in the darkness. If something's going to ripen, it's going to ripen in darkness. So a lot of you that pray and asking, hey there, Marie, thank you for joining us. A lot of you guys, you keep asking, I want to grow in my spirituality. Well, what happens if your growth causes you to come out of what you're familiar with? What if you growing causes you to come out of a relationship? What if you growing causes you to leave a job? What if growing causes you to leave your family? In order for Abraham to become the father of many nations, he left his father's land. A lot of you guys like the idea of growth. Y'all hear me real good? You like the very idea of growth, but you don't understand you don't understand the process of growth. You don't know when you're asking to be a diamond, you need to understand the type of pressure that got to come on your life for you to become a diamond. If you want to become a pearl, you need to understand that process of that growth. A lot of you, I don't care if you want to be an AJ. I don't care if you want to be a medicine woman. I don't care if you want to be something physical as a doctor. I don't care if you want to be a lawyer. Any type of growth, spiritual or natural, comes with process. Dark days. To be emotionally strong, you got to have some emotionally dark days. To have this type of wisdom. The Bible says much knowledge is much grief. Much wisdom is much sorrow. If you can listen at me and hear the knowledge and the wisdom, you got to already know I done been through. I'm 48 years old. I am 48 years old. The way that I talk, you would think I'm in my 80s or 90s. Sometimes older than that. There's no way that I could have the insight that I have if I have not gone through. There's no way that I could be able to minister to anybody, and no matter what your religion is, whether it's Lakumi, whether it's Ifa, whether it's voodoo, whether you just want to operate as a spiritual practitioner outside of a religion. You just want to operate in your own energy. I'm able to communicate with people no matter where their levels are, because everything is energy. And if you understand energy and you understand science and you understand math, then you can practice effectively in your energy. Now, yes, I have other gifts besides just my personal energy. But my point is, if you're trying to grow and glow, you need to understand the process of this. If you're trying to grow financially, then if you don't have the knowledge to grow financially, then you need to listen to somebody that is already operating in the level where you're trying to go. Too many of you guys talking to people that are on your same level. You're not going to grow. You're not going to get stronger. You're not going to get wiser. Please post your zodiac sign. And if you're not on my YouTube page, please join my YouTube page. All right. If you really, this will be like, Apostle Eli, I want you to mentor me. Or Apostle Eli, I want you to teach me. Baby, let me tell you something. I'm not an easy teacher. First of all, Sagittarian, all right there, baby. I'm Sag. First of all, I'm not an easy teacher. I was taught old school. And too many of y'all that get into these traditions, y'all want quick, fast. No, I didn't get the knowledge I had without studying. Anybody that's trying to learn and trying to grow in knowledge, that means you got to be willing to be a student. You got to want to study. And that means you got to invest in your material to get the information. Too many of you guys saying you want to grow, but you ain't got the resources to grow. You don't have the mentality to grow. You're not willing to leave family. Even Jesus said, no man follows after me except he first deny himself, number one. And then what? Deny family, And then take up your own cross. A lot of y'all ain't trying to do that. All right now, Taurus, thank you so much. Now, if you're trying to grow and you're trying to be a wholesome person and you really want to be spiritually grounded, then you need to learn how to be swift to listen and slow to speak. I've never listened to so many people saying that they don't know this and don't know that, but they always talking. All right, Aquarius. How is it that you trying to grow and you talking? The teacher is up there teaching and you talking. How is that? How do you tell me what's best for me when you can't find your way out of a wet paper bag? Huh? How many spirits have you cast out? How many spirits have you raised? How many spirits have you summoned effectively? How many oils, candles, whatever, gree bags? How many ceremonies have you done and raised at the cemetery? How many spirits deal with you? I'm trying to figure out, why are you talking and you a babe in this? Just like when your kid is in your house. They got so much to say, but they ain't paying no bills. They got so much to say by what they think is right or wrong, but they have not learned how to function in life yet because they still living at the extent of you. Y'all hear me? It's too many of you guys that say you want to grow, but I'm a hard teacher. I would tell people, if you want to follow me, go watch The Karate Kid. I'm Miyagi, you Daniel's son. All of you that trying to practice spirituality, you know too much, and you can't grow. You know too much. You don't watch too many movies. You don't watch Bewitched. You don't watch The Craft. You don't watch The Covenant. You don't watch The Serpent and the Rainbow. See, you got too much Hollywood information in your head to actually learn what real spirituality is. You don't watch too many YouTube and TikTok witches and warlocks and practitioners. See, you can't learn because you got so much information about everybody else's practice, but you don't know what works for you. So when I deal with you, because I do shadow work, I do shadow readings. That's what I do. I do destiny readings. So I'm not concerned about what you learn and what this person said. I'm concerned about what I see in your chart, what I see in your energy. And most of you guys do not know enough about you to practice any tradition. Say, I'm just soaking in the knowledge. All right, now that's wisdom. Let me explain something to you. I can make a point right now. Some of you guys are in your 40s. Some of you in your 30s. Some of you in your 50s, right? And all y'all think y'all smart, right? But if God came right now and asked you, I don't even care if you're bald headed, how many hairs on your head? You've been with yourself all that time, but you cannot tell God how many hairs on your head. So don't tell me you know you. All right, Virgo. You don't spend enough time to know enough about you to be able to practice spirituality outside of self. One of the things that my spiritual dad did with me and my spiritual brother, I always had to learn my own energy, my own gift, my own spirit before I did work for anybody. I don't know how some of you guys out here doing work for people and you don't know enough about self. You don't know enough about your own temple, your own body. You see this right here? This is your vehicle where your spirit moves through. You should know what this right here needs. Y'all hear me? You should know enough about what your body is lacking in. And let me tell y'all something what I got a problem with. You come in my live, if I'm not doing readings, I'm not burning incense or something like that, it's uninterested. You're not real. No matter who you watch. You're not real because you think somebody's going to tell you their secrets. If you can go to KFC and buy food from KFC and not get their recipe, then you can come and sit in our lives and get information and not be around here trying to get me to tell you what I practice and what my ancestors, ain't none of your business. Long as I'm performing the works that you have need of, that's all that matters. I want to talk to each and every person that is trying to grow. Because people that are trying to grow understand that they have to hear information that they have not heard before. Because if you're hearing something that you're accustomed to hearing, then I'm basically, you hearing the same stuff. But the only way I can grow, I need new information. In order to do better, I need to hear something beyond what I'm used to. Just because it's strange to you, don't mean it ain't good. Even John the Baptist said it like this. He said, there's one coming greater than me. I baptize you with water, but one is going to come and baptize you with fire. Are you ready for the growth? Or are you going to be stuck in the baptism of water? When are you going to be ready to graduate to fire? Huh? I'm a fire element. You got earth, you got water, you got air, and you got fire. Are you ready to move to the next level? Are you ready to invest spiritually? I ask you to do certain things, not for your money. I need to know how serious you are. Because anybody that's serious about their education, they're going to invest. Hey there, Gemini, thank you so much for joining us. Let me tell y'all something. I done been around enough people with their beads, their tradition, and they still unhappy. There's no way that you are practicing spirituality and you're unhappy. I'm going to say that again. If you are developing, you're growing as a woman or a man, don't care about your sexuality at all, you should be in a place of peace, and you should also be in a place of happiness and contentment, because you should have an understanding of your destiny. There's no way that you're practicing a spirituality and that you're not understanding you, and then you're unhappy in that spirituality. That's the same person that get married and look for marriage to make them happy. Spirituality does not make you happy. It makes you content with who you are. Can I say that again? Spirituality makes you content with who you are. And then when you understand who you are, then you're able to blend or collaborate with other people and still be self. I can go around anybody and still be me. I can go around people that are richer than me. I can go around people that's poorer than me. I can go around people that have more power, knowledge than me. And I go around people that has less knowledge and power than me. Because I'm authentically operating in self. And my own energy, my own knowledge, my own measure, my own gift, my own talent, my own creations. And let me tell y'all something I don't do. I don't blame nobody for the Frankensteins that I create. Huh? Did y'all hear me? When you growing, you don't blame nobody for the misery you create. You always, as a spiritualist, take responsibility for the drama you create. If you trying to grow, are you at least acknowledging that's growing in your life? You planted it. And if something's dead in your life, are you lazy and you won't prune it? And then when you ask God to come in, you can't tell God who to send. If you're going to ask the Orishas, your ancestors, for you to grow, then you can't tell the gardener how to do this. When you are asking the gardener to come into your vineyard, your Garden of Eden, and you ain't did the upkeep, they there to prune. They there to make it beautify. They there not to worry about how you going to feel about what they snipping and chopping on. Oh, that's my mama plant. Or that's my daddy. If it's weed, they going to get rid of it. If it was meant to be in your life, they going to make it beautiful. They going to cut it and trim it. That's what y'all got to understand when it comes to spirit. When you growing, you start glowing. Y'all hear me? When you actually start growing, you start glowing, and people will see your light. You won't have to go and tell nobody that you a tata. You won't have to go and tell nobody you're an apostle. You don't have to tell nobody you're a witch. You don't have to tell nobody you're an AJ. You don't have to tell nobody you're a mumbo. Your light will glow. Huh? You will shine. You will be a light set upon the hill. Reason why you got to go out and do all this lip service, because you're not growing. And you got to make somebody think you're growing because you're talking. Just because you're running your mouth don't mean you know what you're talking about. Just because you're running your mouth does not mean that you can perform that stuff that's coming out your mouth. Talk what you know. Sir, ma'am, talk what you know. Talk your level. If you're on the 3rd floor, talk about what's on the 3rd floor. If you're on the 7th floor, talk about what if you just started out, talk like a babe. Too many of you guys just getting this stuff, you talking too boss. You watching other people that at certain levels, and I like the way he do this. I like how, no, baby. You a babe in this. Do not go out here boss talking. If you can't hang with the big dogs, stay on the porch. Stay on the porch. All right. This is my new cards. You guys want me to burn incense for you tonight? Cash App $20. If you want me to read for you tonight, these are my cards that I read from. I'm going to be off of here. If you want to stay up with Apostle Ely, join my YouTube. Hold on. Join my YouTube page, Apostle Samuel the Jr. Mario, could you put that in my because a lot of these people follow me, and some of them say that, well, oh, I love the things you teach. Well, baby, actions speak louder than words. I thank Dorico for sending his $1. Stay on your level. I know that's right, Kimberly. Now the reason, oh, Kimberly, you should see your candle. I'm going to send you a video of your candle and your sons. When I tell you that those candles are burning beautifully, I know God moving. Yes. And the reason why we do this, let me light some of this. I'm going to burn some money incense tonight. Some of my money. All this stuff that I burn is on my website. It is on my website. And you guys that don't have, you're venerating your ancestors, try my money, try my ancestor incense. Thank you, Brother Mario. Let's get with it. Because sometimes you got to make people out of believers. And they claim to be spiritual. Let me tell y'all something. If you're trying to really grow, you got to be willing to listen and be willing to cut off stuff that don't serve you. What mama said, what daddy said, what daddy believed, what mama. If you trying to grow to another level, let me tell you something. There's some things that what I learned from home could not help me where I was headed. I had to let that go. Everything I learned from home did not help me out in the real world. So I had to learn some other stuff. In order to be able to defeat the giants that your parents couldn't defeat, you got to learn some new stuff. To be able to oh, I felt that. Come on here, somebody. Huh? Check what message? Kim, all right, got you, honey. Healing incense, got you. I'm write this down. Kim, dog. And the reason I'm telling you guys about this, because when you trying to grow, and maybe they were hindered by racism, maybe they was hindered by their personal insecurity. You don't know, like a lot of you guys keep going by what parents were taught you and all that, but if they can only go so far because they had certain insecurities or they had felt that certain things were limited them. In order for you to defeat the giants, they couldn't. You have to get something greater. What my ancestors had was not strong enough. So I had to go for something deeper. I had to go for something that was stronger. I had to gain the knowledge that they did not have. That's how I grew. Now I have power and able to perform works that they weren't able to perform. I can do what they did and I can do some other stuff they weren't able to do. Because I was growing. I was going from faith to glory to glory. You got to know what it's going to take in order for you to be able to conquer the giants in your life, to subdue cancer. Some of you guys know that in your bloodline, everybody dying of cancer. Find an anointing. Contact an ancestor, a healing spirit, or find you a healer. And you grow in the knowledge. Grow in that knowledge. So you can be able to heal and stop the people in your bloodline from dying of certain sickness and disease. He said he give us power to cure all manners of sickness and disease. You ain't got that power because you ain't grew yet. You still waiting on the pastor, the preacher, or the priest or somebody. No, baby. If you the one going through it, you the one need to learn and grow. Stop putting all that responsibility off on other people. And then when you find somebody, be willing to support. Be willing to support. All right. YouTube, Mario, mental clarity. Wait, hold on. Brother Mario, mental clarity. Mental clarity. Road opener. And triple threat. Oh, he's not playing with y'all tonight. All right. Now, yeah, let me tell y'all something. I did not get where I am staying where I was. Did y'all hear me? I did not get where I am staying where I was. What mom and daddy did ain't good enough. What the preachers that been telling you, if they weren't working signs, wonders, and miracles in their church, what makes you think that what they're teaching you gonna make you work signs, wonders, and miracles? In order for you to start seeing certain things move in your life, you got to be willing to grow and you got to be willing to cut off things that do not serve you. You so busy trying to get rid of the man or get rid of the woman. No, you need to get rid of them teachings and you need to get rid of them patterns that keep you from moving forward in your life. keep you from understanding, keeping your mind closed, keeping you from being able to speak your personal truth, keeping you from flowing in the energy that God gave you. Operating in your own mentality and not the mentality of others. Jackie, our ancestor. Okay, gotcha. I'm writing this down because I'm going to burn this in my pot. This is one of the, nobody want no reading tonight? Okay. Yeah, Mari, yeah, he is. You know your nephew. Yeah, he is always extra. But let me tell y'all this. When we do these, post your zodiac sign. I want to read for somebody tonight in TikTok land because some of y'all think this is a game. Post your zodiac sign. And brother, Sagittarius, who is this? She the first one came up. Tip. All right, Tip, I'm going to give you a tip. I'm going to read for Tip the Sag first over here. Let's see here. And, oh, there you go. Tip the Sagittarius. I'm reading with the 72 names of God. Please do join my YouTube page. I'm only reading for her because I need to show y'all I know what I'm doing. Because some of y'all just met me, so y'all don't know. So I guess I will do something to help y'all grow. Hear these words which I speak. I'm asking of thee that which is in the dark, bring it to the light. Show me what is going on with the Sagittarian. Tip the Sagittarian. Tip the Sagittarius. Reveal to me and bring to the light of my eyes what is going on. What does the Sagittarius needs to pay attention to? Show me what's going on with the Sagittarius. Tip the Sagittarius. Tip the Sagittarius. In the name of Christ Jesus. All right, Sag, here we go. One more time. All right. Sag. Tip the Sag. Her first card is this. This is her first card. Focus. It says the lead none yud. It says my eyes and heart remain focused on the end goal at all times. I awaken the persistence and passion to never, that means to never ever settle for less. Sagittarius, tip the Sag, it is saying that you need to be in unison with your eyes and your heart. All right? It also says you need to be focused on the end game at all times. There's something going on because this is talking about the shadow self. What is this particular person needs to be focused on? This person needs to be focused on being persistent and remaining passionate and also not to settle for less. This particular person right now needs to stay focused on the end goal. You hear me there, Sagittarius? All right, somebody out here feel the anointing. Now, this Sagittarius second card right here. I don't know her, them, and they don't know me. It said, a yin shin lamed. It said, I reflect on my spiritual truth that the world's peace begins with the peace within my own heart. With this name, I speed my own transformation and strengthen the forces of peace throughout the world. Now, look at this, y'all. This Sagittarius, look at what's going on with this Sag right now. Tip, I'm currently in school in nursing, but want true love. All right, look now, listen to this. It's saying, if you focus on the spiritual truth, right? Your goals, right? It's talking about what you're going through right now, Tip, is about you being transformed. See, a lot of times, even when y'all think y'all somebody, oh, I'm going to school, I'm trying to do my business. No, everything in this life is about the energy on the inside of you. And when you are dealing with certain things, it is there to make you into what you actually said you want to be. Remember, the I am statement is, I am already a nurse. I am running my own facility. I am in charge. This Sagittarius got big goals. It's also talking about the peace of mind, peace in the heart. Let me tell you, you're not looking for love. Love gonna find you when you start vibrating in frequency, the energy, because right here, it says strengthen. That means there's something that this particular Sagittarian has to do in order to get what they're looking for. And the forces of peace. I like this card. Now look at this, Sag. Look at this. This is a third card. This is the outcome card. Samek Yud Tet. I free myself from all selfishness, envy, anger, and self-pity by rejecting these negative temptations. I am free to invoke this name by igniting the power of miracles in my life. Now, I want this particular Sagittarian to look at this. It's talking about in the beginning for you to focus. Then it moves to your spiritual truth. Y'all know Sagittarians about higher learning, right? So this Sagittarian needs to stay true to what they believe in, right? Then it's talking about when the Sagittarian don't allow selfishness and what they want to get in the way and to tempt them. It says the miracle must have. This is the outcome. This is the outcome card. So this Sagittarian got to do some things in order to get the outcome. And a lot of times, in order to grow to where you're trying to go, you got to invest in yourself. That's why I tell you guys about my bath cleanser. This is why I tell you. And I don't know who have not ordered my shirt yet, Petty Pee Wee shirt. Some of y'all, go on my website. It's right on there. This Sagittarius, I'm going to give you the advice. Psalm 23 for guidance. And also Psalm 27 for you to be able to see your adversity. So this does not hinder what the miracles that are trying to take place in your life. Because luck is on your side. All right. All right. Thank you so much. Say we. Yes. I told you. I've been doing this since I was a kid. I know what I'm talking about. A lot of you guys out here, you're getting all these old fake readings and telling you things gonna get better and ain't getting no better. Let me tell y'all something. Nothing from nothing leaves nothing. If you want, I'm a Sag. If you want truth, I'm going to give it to you. Anybody telling you that you can make all these decisions in your life and you're going to burn some incense and some candles and all this stuff and you don't have to make no adjustment, no changing, they're not being honest. Thank you so much, baby. She said, thank you, Apostle, you own it. I told him. This is real here. Let me explain something to you. It ain't just the readings. It's the work. Putting the work in brings about the changes. And then following instruction. A lot of you guys don't like to follow instruction, but you say you want to be spiritual. If you want me to read for you, cash out me $20. And if you want me to burn incense for you tonight, cash out $20, but you got to tell me which one you want. I got High John the Conqueror, love incense, peace incense, healing incense, triple thread, oil of gladness. What that is over there? Mental clarity, money blessing, reversal incense. I got to replenish that one. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. All right, guys. Now let me explain something. And don't tell me you ain't got $20. Yes, you got $20. But what you need to do is invest in yourself. I always teach people, never look at stuff as spending money, especially when it comes to your spirituality. You're always investing because when you have the mindset of investment, there's always a return on your investment. If you have the mentality that you're spending money, that means that you're sending your money out with no purpose on it. Anything that I put out there, I have a purpose on my money. Always have it, even if you got to pay your bills, still have a purpose on your money of returning to you. It is about the energy that you place behind people, places, and things. Not only your children, but the things you have. Some of y'all get this raggedy car. Stop speaking that on that car. Or this house, raggedy house. Stop speaking those things. Oh, this old raggedy leg. Some of y'all tell people, oh, you make me sick. Stop speaking. Anybody, Brother Mario? Okay. What today is anyway?
Monday.
Oh, it's Monday? Y'all partied too hard?
Full moon.
This full moon. I've been doing so much work on this full moon. Let me explain something to y'all. If you want to understand the moon cycle, new moon is for creation. Full moon is for manifestation. I do not work by the moon, but I do work with, if it does fall on a day that I'm doing certain work, I do utilize the lunar energy. But I operate in a place where it don't matter what season it is, I can actually manifest certain things. But my point is the amount of energy that it takes in order to manifest. Remember this, guys, no matter what content that you guys are viewing, watching, make sure and I was talking to a young lady today, if you guys are trying to lose weight, listen. Anybody have been around me, they lose weight because I teach them about herbs. We're going to eat what we're going to eat. If you're going to eat meaty foods, you're going to make sure you're detoxing your body. I want to say this on unsaid. Whether you're spiritual or not spiritual, our bodies are 75% water. Make sure that you are hydrating. I'm actually going to drink some water before I go to bed tonight. I'm going to do right. Because I can't tell y'all to do something that I ain't doing. All right? Make sure that you're hydrating, okay? Most of your health problems are coming from the lack of water. I don't know why y'all falling off, because this is what this is all about. This is real spirituality. I don't know how all y'all gonna be this mighty spiritualist and you don't understand that you still got bills to pay. I've never burnt a candle so I didn't have to go to the bathroom. You still have to live a physical life even though you're spiritual. You still have to be able to make means for yourself, even though you're spiritual. You need to learn how to take care of yourself. You cannot expect anything that you're trying to manifest on the outside. Explain the incense for me. Oh, exactly. I explain this. The incense burning is what I do is I pray. I have different types of incense. Some people have financial problems. I have a plethora. Some people need peace in their life. What I do is, when they cash out, they give me their name and they tell me which incense they want. Peace incense, obviously for peace. Money incense for money blessing. Then I have an incense that's called oil of gladness. People purchase that particular incense that deal with depression, anxiety, or they just really emotionally down. That is a very good incense to remove emotional blockages. Those that like High John the Conqueror, when you're trying to master things in your life, master things about your money, your success, or the way that you think, or master your thought process, trying to not be so negative or whatever. Then we have my love incense, which I love my love incense because my love incense was prepared by me in mind of self-love and self-care. And when you burn that incense, it's really about doing better by yourself. Really looking and taking better care of yourself, valuing yourself, bringing you into a vibration and frequency that you understand how valuable your temple is, how valuable you are. And then you can't expect other people to value you when you don't value you. And a lot of you guys, you settle for less. That's your prerogative. But that's why you don't get what you want, because you don't do the work where you feel valued. I feel valued because of the investment. And then I have triple threat is an incense that I tell people about. It has High John the Conqueror root in it. It has glandular root in it. And it also has Beth root in it. And there's all three, but it's a blend that I have in there. But triple threat is when you really going through something and you want some major breakthroughs in your finances, health, and stuff like that. That's what that is. And then we also have my blockbuster. So I have a lot of them. They're on my website, but, incense removes stuff on the astral level. Okay? Brother Johnny wants a triple threat. All right. And what I do is, I'm writing that. Hold on just a minute. What I do is, sweetheart, with my incense, I burn it in my own pot. Triple threat. I burn this incense in my own pot. Then I'm going to show you my pot so you have a better understanding. This is not what you burn. My pot has been consecrated and it has powerful spirits that live through and function through my pot. So what I give people access to is the energy of my personal pot that I use for my clients. I use for my church members. This is my pot. I don't think I have my I can use this. But I normally use pendulums to test the energy of these pots. And as you can see, it's already starting to turn because the energy of this pot is really strong. Hear these words which I speak. And this, as you notice, this is a cloth. This ain't even a chain. And you see how strong that is? The energy is really strong in this pot. I normally use my pendulum, but I don't know. I have so much stuff all over the place. I've been cleaning up today. But that's why I use my pot and I burn it for those that desire or would like me to burn it in there. But those have already seen miracles take place. Oh, here it is. Here go one of them. I'll show you better. This particular pendulum right here is Labradorite. Y'all see that? This is my Labradorite one. I got a lot of these, but you can see it right here. Hear these words which I speak. Ogun, Ogun, hear me. O spirit of this pot, show thy strength and show thy power. It don't really take much because it's a really strong pot. It's been consecrated. Thank you. It don't really take much for the energy is already activated in this particular pot. But basically, that's what I do. And I do this to help other people that are not in a place. They don't know how to harness energy. And so therefore, to help them see manifestation, I use this particular pot to help those that desire to see quicker manifestation. So that's what Apostle Ely does. I do that out of kindness of my heart. You love Labradorite? Oh, I love Labradorite too. But this one right here, I have this one. I have Labradorite. And I have red jasper. I have a lot of them. Quartz. Then I got this one right here. This is a Vogel. This one right here. This is quartz, but it's a Vogel. Yeah. All right. What time is it? It's over 1 o'clock. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Remember those that already cashed at me. Kimberly Money Incense. Okay. Those that cash at me, I'm gonna be burning your incense. I got to open my I'm gonna go out in the patio part and I'm gonna burn your incense tonight. I'm gonna take care as soon as I get off of this site, and I have to finish up some of this work. I have for Michelle, I have other work for that I got sent out for tomorrow, and I got to get a lot of you guys orders out when I go into work tomorrow. I'm a UPS driver, y'all. I do have a job, okay? Thank you so very much for your time, your love, and your support. Good night, everybody. Love you. Thank you, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. God bless. I'm trying to. You're welcome. Thank you. All right, YouTube. All right. Want to say good night? Oh yeah, I'm doing your order, Michelle. I'm actually doing your order tonight. I'm getting most of it done. So you didn't really miss, but I've been working on your stuff today. So I got your stuff going on. Wait till you see what I got for you. It was off the chain. When I did your ceremony today, it actually drained me. So it is going to be on and popping. All right. Kimberly, I want to say much love to Miss G. Michelle, Kimberly Simpson, Marie, Brother Johnny, Brother Mario, Kimberly Dawkins, Mama Susan. I said Marie, Brother Johnny. All right. Gorgeous. Hey, my darling. Trade. Sister Jackie. All right. I want to make sure I got everybody. And Brother Mario, Sister Harriet. All right. She got to get on that bus. Good night, love. Love you all. Good night.